ask you, as it relates to Neil Gorsuch.
Yeah.
Is the White House comfortable with the nuclear option potentially being invoked?
The president said several weeks ago that this was something that he would support. We're comfortable in the sense that obviously that decision is up to Leader McConnell to make how he wants the Senate to deal with this. I think the majority leader's comments are very clear in the direction that he's headed in. But I think we have entered a whole new league if this goes forward in terms of Democrats really going and saying it's one thing to vote against a nominee. We've seen that in the past, and I understand that. But we've now gone from the devolution of agreeing that there are certain people that a president has the right as long as they're qualified, right? We've seen that in the past. John Roberts, I think, got 78 votes. But when you see that go in one direction versus now that there's literally going to be the first filibuster in modern times on a qualified judge that's going to end up going on the court, we have really come a long way. And I think Democrats are setting a very dangerous precedent when it comes to how they want to do this, because this isn't about voting against somebody or having an issue with them. It is literally trying to stop using the filibuster for something that it was never intended for, nor has it ever really been the principle that we would vote down somebody who is qualified. Trey.
What is President Trump doing behind the scenes to make sure that his pick for the Supreme Court, Judge Neil Gorsuch, ultimately is confirmed by the Senate? And what message does he have for Democrats on Capitol Hill who said they're going to filibuster?
Well, I mean, if you look at, I think it's 4 Democrats that are now saying that they're going to vote against the filibuster. I think we feel good about that level of support. We've, I think, done a very good job of making sure that we have the Republican majority support that we need to pass it. It is now an internal question for senators to determine how they want to do it. But make no mistake, and I believe Leader McConnell, when he says on Friday, Judge Gorsuch will be voted as the next Supreme Court justice.
Can you just take me through what Friday looks like for the president? Obviously a major meeting with the president of China, but his eyes are going to be here on Washington. Is he going to be making phone calls Thursday night trying to gauge the
I think
situation?
he's going to be, we look forward to heading down to Florida Thursday to engage in some bilateral and bilateral plus meetings with the president and his team from China. Obviously that will continue into Friday morning, but we'll see how Friday evolves. But I don't think there's any question right now, according to Leader McConnell and others, that we're going to have an Associate Justice of the Supreme Court ready to go. It's a question of how it happens. Zeke?